Piveshi, Pivawum, Matsim.
Itati,
Halito.
Isini,
Sio.
Madawika,
Winna.
Unsti Huntedish.
Kunumante.
Khasi Dali.
Yate.
I don't know where I'm at now.
Ostinyecha.
I'm lost. I'm losing it.
Hengi Chaura. Chicano. Hey. I think
Really
that's all.
staring into my eyes.
We had a moment right there. So
I'm leaning in.
we're coming
Good.
live from the Fortson Hotel at the ending the syndemic training. Is this the Southern Plains?
Let's say Isabel question. Yeah,
Is
sure.
this Southern Plains. They're actually like, it's a very informative, public health. We got a lot of peers here, a lot of people that work in the communities, travel communities. So, I found some bits and pieces that were very helpful in trying to figure out how we can better help our people. So, it's very informative. There's, when I hear presentation and the doctor's getting up there, I just start thinking but it was actually, he did a great job. He did a great job. I can appreciate what they're trying to do in their community. And, I think that's why these things are important. So, and plus they had a good lunch. I mean,
you had breakfast too.
I had breakfast too.
They're feeding you.
No complaints from here.
From the food end?
Yeah. It's actually a pretty nice, I had no idea this place even existed.
Yeah, I always thought it was a parking garage.
I always thought this was like where they used to build the motors or something like that. But I think that was like way back in the day. So it's cool to be a part of something like this. And I can appreciate, all the different travel programs and, all the health workers, ending the syndemic, just that alone, I started getting confused. Like, I don't even know what that means,
I only know transgenerational epigenetic inheritance.
I had to look that up. But, I can appreciate, I can start to have a better understanding. I went to a breakout today, and I made great choices, and I didn't get chlamydia.
Yeah.
So
Terry got syphilis.
I know
and,
he got
and
syphilis
chlamydia.
and chlamydia.
I know, dang! Just from and he didn't even get with anybody. He was just
He showed up like
showed up with his own water.
Yeah. So it's it just started out in the positive way.
Yeah. Positive test result way.
Positive ways. So.
Yeah. I mean, it's always cool getting invited to these. Like me, my social battery goes out quick, and so usually these I'm just like, all right, but show up late just so that way I have a little bit of battery for our presentation. But yeah, these are always cool to have, just to learn what other communities are doing. Because I was just at the one in Sacramento last month, and I was like, what? It's weird being tour, and then we're just going to all these HIV. I'm like, we get invited more to these than we do our recovery conferences. But it's just it's cool to bring what we offer to the table, and then more people will approach me after a presentation, and then kind of get in the weeds of how we did this, what's our funding from for this. And so we'll see that popping up throughout where we've been. We'll see some programs kind of mirroring it. And so it's cool to see. And so we get to present today and tomorrow. So we actually present on both tracks. So there's a clinical track and then a community health track, and we get to present both. And so it's pretty cool that, and Robbie's like, this is the fun one. This is the public one, the community one. I was like, okay, all right. And then tomorrow morning, it'll be our formal one. Yeah. As formal as we get. Get all your lame jokes out of the way.
I got a lot of them. So,
yeah.
But, I think that's because substance use covers such a wide track. And there's such a hard community to tap into. So whenever you see somebody having some success, you know, like you want to just throw these products out there, you know, and it just seems like we found a way to just kind of I don't know, like maybe just we're not afraid to get out there.
Yeah.
I think that's probably the most important thing, you know, is that we're not afraid to, you know, to fail. You know, it's just, I don't think it's a hard thing to do with that community. But, you know, like just, I think the peer support has a lot to do with understanding, like, man, people just want to be treated as people.
Yeah.
You know, and I think we have a very good grasp of that understanding. So, you know, it helps. You know, it helps that we're not afraid. You know, we're not afraid to fail. And if it doesn't work, you know, then we'll just throw some hot dogs at them.
And call it good.
And call it good. So,
condom demos at the same time. Condom demos at the same time. All right, I'm just
Isabel recognizes that. But one of my takeaways was from the last breakout was sex positive language. I mean, like I've never even heard that word, but you know, I think it was this understanding that we're not trying to shame anybody, we're not trying to talk down on anybody, but you know, like we're trying to have incentives and turn it into something like, hey, did you get tested yet?
Yeah.
You know, we want it to be like a normal thing because substance use ties into so many different things whenever we talk about, you know, this syndemic palooza. Syndemic palooza is what I've heard it referred to.
Yes, Robbie with her extra long title. Your eyes really glossed it over. Robbie's conference. Start drooling. I don't know what you just said. All right. Oh, Stacy says good afternoon. Aunt Mealy says good afternoon, and Tracy White Buffalo says hello, my peeps.
People want Matsum
Niyake. Oh wait, no. Etha T is Cindy. Telling everybody good morning. It's good morning somewhere. But yeah. I mean, it was just I don't know. It was a busy week already, and so you know, this is just another thing that we do. It's like I said, we get invited a lot of places just to share our little piece of what we do.
I could always tell when somebody was being fake.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like I could always tell when someone was, wasn't being genuine. And I feel like because of our connection to who we used to be, like that's the easy thing, just from our experiences, like we can pull from that and just try to have this understanding. Like we just want to help, when it comes down to it, we just want to help people, and I think that's an understanding that just goes across the board. Like we just want to help. And so, these kind of syndemic paloozas help. So I'm not gonna quit saying that, but we do have a limited amount of time that we're gonna be available.
And we're gonna do two lives, so we're gonna do them back to back. So if you want the same jokes with even better delivery, tune in again on TikTok right after this.
Yeah, we will be going to TikTok after this. But tomorrow morning, Nat opened up with the prayer today. And she asked me to come sing a song. So I'm going to sing a prayer song tomorrow morning. I believe the conference is going live, right? What would it be under? Never mind.
You're putting that much pressure on Isabel. Yeah. She's here to watch, not participate.
Speak up.
It's on Hoova.
Oh, the Hoova app.
Yeah.
Okay, that's pretty cool. She's saying it like this.
It's a secret. Talking like Belinda over there, all quiet.
It's
like, you're not in trouble.
Just us three in here.
Making it seem like a library. Yeah. Oh, see, now there's 4. See? Yeah, it's fine. We're just terrorizing Isabel.
Yeah, we're just terrorizing Isabel.
David Deere says good afternoon.
Go,
Michael
David.
Duncan says good morning, bros.
Oh, brother. Oh, good morning. Or it is morning in California. So glad you could tune in, brother.
Yeah. Yeah.
Well, should we go ahead and jump off into this reading?
Yeah, I don't have the meta. Oh, yeah, I do.
Yeah.
All right.
I got it, but I'm not going to read it.
Oh.
I got it, but I'm not going to read
Well,
it.
thanks for that.
No,
I
I
love
got
your
it.
support.
Oh.
All right, here we go. Are you ready?
Yes, sir.
All right.
I'm hitch.
August 11th. May there be peace when we meet. Audrey Shenandoah Onondaga. The elders tell us the greatest gift we can seek is peace of mind, to walk in balance, to respect all things. For us to do this, we must have peace within ourselves, and peace within ourselves cannot come unless we are walking the path the Creator would have us walk. Sometimes the tests on this path are difficult, but we know that each test makes us stronger. Oh, Great Spirit, I ask you to whisper your wisdom in my heart. You are the only one who knows the secret to peaceful living and the mystery of harmony. Teach me of your peace, understanding, and balance, and guide me onto your good path.
Wow, that's deep. That's pretty deep. You know, from my understanding, you know, it's kind of, I like how it starts out. May there be peace when we meet. That's, you know, like that's pretty deep just from the beginning. You know, when I think about peace, I think about having balance. You know, whenever I think about having balance, that means that you came to respect all things. You know, and then you have to see that respecting all things, you know, you have to, it requires like having that guidance and following the Creator's path. You know, like those are some of the things that that takes work. You know, you're not just gonna wake up one day, or maybe you will. I mean, maybe you're blessed like that. But I know for me, it took work. You know, it took having this checks and balances type of thing going on, where I had to maybe try something one day. You know, like, and what was the results of that try? You know, did I have a lot of positive feedback? Did I have a lot of, you know, did I have constructive criticism, you know, that was happening, you know, or was somebody just over there just talking smack to me,
just hating,
testing me, you know? But, you know, like it took those things, it took those checks and balances. You know, did I get a positive feedback? Did I, you know, how did that make me feel when they reacted in that way? You know, and then all it really came down to was setting boundaries. Mm-hmm. You know, at first it gave like, I could set a little bitty boundary. And I was able to maybe reflect on saying, hey, that makes me feel uncomfortable, you know, when you say or when you do this. You know, and then I got to cast that net a little bit further. You know, maybe it's, you know, maybe it was to my home group. You know, maybe I didn't appreciate somebody, you know, because I used to feel like somebody shared at me. Yeah. You know what I mean? Yeah. Would that just have to do with if the shoe fits? Well, oh, sharing at me, huh? You know?
I'll share harder right now.
Yeah. But then, you know, like I said, you know, it just had to do with having that balance. Why does, when a person talks about this certain thing, you know, why does that affect me so much? Mm-hmm. You know, and so, you know, where it talks about may there be peace when we meet, you know, like it seems like there had to have been some shadow work going on before I had the opportunity to pat their flesh, mm-hmm. you know, to be able to shake hands with them, you know, because I started noticing, you know, like my brother Perry would always say, you know, you can do low vibration things. And those things are interrupted, you know, by this vibe that you're giving off. When you meet people that give off this high vibration, they're doing positive things. They're doing good things. And, you know, and then here I come thinking, oh, I didn't cuss anybody out today. I must be doing good today.
Doing God's work.
Doing God's work. But, you know, like, I had to go through that process, you know, and all I kept asking was, Creator, just keep guiding me. you know, and you know, that took me through, you know, I had to look within, you know, like it says, you know, I had to look within first before I could, you know, project anything out, you know, and all I wanted to do, man, I just wanted to be good to people. I wanted people to realize how to be good to themselves. So, you know, that to me, that's a powerful statement, you know, to may there be peace when we meet. Man, that's powerful. You know, that meant that I had to been walking on the right path before I even get to, you know, to be graced by your presence. So, you know, that's a powerful statement to me. You know, that means a lot to me when somebody says something like that. You know, they're like, that makes me think back to my own life.
Mm-hmm.
You know, like you're wishing peace upon my life. And what more can you want for a person, you know? What more before I even meet you? Like, I hope there's peace before we meet. You know, so that's a beautiful statement. And it goes so much deeper than what I'm giving it credit for. But, you know, that's the best I can do with
your words.
With my Ebonics.
Wise words of wisdom.
But that's all I got.
All right. For the comments, we got Randy says, good morning.
Good morning, brother.
Legend says, good afternoon, brothers. I'm
Good
652 days well today. Living the life of wellness. Have a day better than good.
That's good, sister.
Shayla Lilybear says, good afternoon.
Good afternoon.
Cynthia John says, I've been missing you guys.
Hey.
Fred Bear says, afternoon from good old Waha. Feather and Fred, Sitting Bull Ways says, many ahos, Maheo, and good morning, brothers. Have a blessed day. Y'all, one day at a time. Peace, love, and respect.
Aho, brother.
Then Heights says, your vibe attracts your tribe. Aho, love you, brothers. Aho. Cynthia John says, tuning in from outside Las Vegas, Nevada, Southern Paiute. I have 6 years and 7 months clean time and living a blessed life.
Hey, thank you for sharing that with us.
Sierra Golden says, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning,
Good morning, everybody. Yeah, I think on mine, I think of this kind of like of accepting you can't control everything. I think of may there be peace when we meet kind of means like don't live your life trying to control everything before you meet the creator who can control everything, right? Mm-hmm. And so a lot of this, I kind of think of my deployments. I think of my first deployment, like we were all like happy vibes until about halfway through whenever we started getting attacked a little bit more with rockets or missiles or whatever it was. And like a lot of the reactions were, I mean, they're very warranted. They were very like, we're going to die, like getting like really paranoid. But I knew that if I hung around with my regular crew, we were very more accepting of like, hey, we can't control it. We're here for what we're here for. Like we got to do whatever. And we didn't have that paranoia feeling. We didn't have these weird vibes full of anxiety because we all knew we were at peace with whatever was happening. And it was a blessing to surround myself with people that had the same kind of mindset. Like we would still, you know, take precautions however we needed to, you know, whether it was like refortifying our rooms with, you know, a pallet or something ridiculous. But it was something that, you know, like, it was life and death, and like so like a lot of chaos is surrounding that, a lot of very volatile emotions were surrounding that, but you can see the difference between the ones that had that inner peace and the ones that did not. And you know, we were just playing video games, just hanging out whenever we could, like on our side. And then, you know, if we went to the SEAL team side, like they were over there building underground bunkers, like taking bulldozers from the army, like doing all sorts of stuff to like, because they were freaking out. They couldn't think like in just a present mindset. And I'm telling you, it was a blessing to have that inner peace at that time because, you know, there's a lot of emotional decision making that happens, and there's a lot of reactions that happen. And so being on a level-headed, at peace mindset with a group of like-minded people, I think that was huge for just our mental health in general, because you know, we can still, you know, laugh and make jokes, and then like I said, if we went to another side, it was all doom and gloom. It was terrifying. And I think that's just kind of what I get is, just accept that you can't control everything and your life will be a lot smoother. It's kind of like how the meditation before, how we were talking about, like a lot of the destruction from something is not what happens, it's the reaction to it. And I think, it just kind of resonates with a lot of it. Like you can't try to be creative. You can't try to heal everybody. You can't try to, you can't, what is it? You can't make somebody better. Like you have to let them do it.
You good?
Yeah. Go sit right there. Yeah. And so it's just one thing that I think, a lot of people want, they just don't know how to work towards inner peace. And, it's just one step at a time. Use prayer, use something that grounds you, use something that just brings you back to calmness, and then accept that, you can't control the entire world. You don't have magic powers. You just have, your powers.
I was just saying, before I learned the term, or before somebody said, "Man, go touch some dirt."
Yeah.
We used to joke and be like, "Man, go touch some soap."
Yeah. just touch some Germ-X. Yeah. Yeah. Really, everybody's trying to grab. What's the big talk about this? It's just washing my hands.
So now, like I lived in the dirt.
Yeah.
But I wasn't aware of these grounding techniques or these grounding, these grounding things.
Mm-hmm.
Before, so whenever somebody be like, "Man, go touch some soap,"
like, okay.
Hey.
Yeah.
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 Have running water over there. So.
Just dry soap.
Yeah. So, it comes in different levels.
Yeah.
And the point is to not get stuck in just one level. Like maybe things have improved. Maybe you are having a better day.
Mm-hmm.
But just imagine what it is to give somebody else that same type of feeling. No matter how small you may think it is, you may be the best thing that somebody has going because you told them, "Hey, man, I appreciate you today."
Yeah, because you didn't cuss them out.
Get over here.
Don't look me in my eye. I saw you puckering.
But it's that type of, you want these things to be reciprocated.
Mm-hmm.
You want to have you want people to have peace around you, because I used to be that chaos. Man, I wouldn't even be my chaos. It'd be somebody else's. I'd go knock on the dope man's door. "Have you heard what happened to so and so?" Oh my God! Let me tell you all about it. Just go in all.
Yeah, sound like Mingo over there, spreading the gossip.
But I needed that chaos. I needed that to justify my actions for the day. And whenever I took myself out of that environment, and I seen like how much I needed chaos, to consume my life, so it would make me feel better about making bad decisions.
Yeah.
So, putting that in the opposite way, how can I surround myself with positive people? I seen somebody the other day, they posted, "I'm a tweaker, I'm a cheater, and I make bad decisions." I almost put, "So are all of we. You should come to our talking circle."
I got 20 friends for you right here, right now.
I got 20 friends that can relate to this life.
Yeah.
And that's where I find myself, is at a talking circle. At my Alano club, at my AA house, at my NA meeting, at my Celebrate Recovery, even at church, even at Sweat, like these are the type of people that I find that we're in the exact same boat, but we wanted to do something about it.
Yep.
And we don't get stagnant, like it's a constant evolving thing, so I like, "May there be peace when we meet." Man, that's a powerful statement.
Mm-hmm.
That's powerful. So I can appreciate that today. Before it would just mean like, "What?"
Yeah. You trying to fight when we meet?
Yeah. We catch one.
We'll run a fade real quick.
Come from the shoulders.
Yeah.
Because I lost my knife.
Yeah. It's the handle, bro. The handle, bro. Oh no, really?
I
Look
lost
at
my
it.
knife.
Get in your shirt. Yeah.
I've been hanging
My
out with
Indian
Natalie
purse knife.
too much.
Yeah. Really lift the flap, falls out.
But that's all I really got.
Yeah, we got Tracy White Buffalo says, for me, I feel like it was referring to when I take my prayers to Maheo. That inner peace of knowing and believing that my thanksgiving and my worries are welcomed and appreciated, which strengthens my relationship with Creator.
That's great. That's great. Thank you for sharing that, sister. That's powerful.
She also says we used to stir the pot with a smile too.
Yeah.
And then Leslie Botone says, good morning, brother. How are you today?
Good, good. I'm doing good.
And Anna Gibbons says, good morning.
Good morning. Good morning.
Yeah.
Miss Gibbons. Glad you could tune in. That's Nat's people. So I'm glad you could tune in. I'm glad you could tune in. Yeah, she does. She does. So thank you for tuning in with us. Do we have anything else?
No, like I said, if you want to see the repeat of this,
yeah,
we'll be on TikTok right after
this. We'll be on TikTok after this. Right now, I believe they're streaming on the Hoover app in the main conference room. We will be presenting today at
in the child conference room. That way we don't go off the rails and they're like, "I'll cut it off." Yeah, but we'll be presenting at 3:30 today.
3:30 today. So we are at the Syndemic, ending the Syndemic Palooza
conference.
Extravaganza. But no, we'll be here for all week. It's an all week thing. So it's at the Fordson Motel downtown. So it's pretty nice, man. I was surprised when I walked in, seen a Model T sitting in the lobby.
I got blinded in the bathroom. They got lights right above the toilet. So you walk in and you're just staring right at it. I was like, okay. I was like, all right. Yeah, it's too fancy for me so far.
Yeah, it's fancy. It's nice.
Oh, what's the TikTok? The TikTok is
C_A_Tor1. Is it really one?
I think so.
I don't think it is.
I feel like you're lying to me. Hold on.
I don't think it is.
Hold on. I'm about to get there right now.
C_A_Tor.
Yeah, one. That's our ad.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
Yeah.
But there is a one.
Oh, hold on. I got to see our new followers. Yeah.
Well, we'll be on TikTok as soon as we get off of here.
Yeah.
So thank you, everybody, for your comments. Thank you, everybody, for just tapping in with us, man. As you can see, we're in downtown Oklahoma City. We're not afraid to just pop up and do our thing. So
we took over this room.
This is supposed to be
the staff room.
Yeah, the staff room.
And then Robbie's like, all right, everybody
comes in like, oh.
Yeah, all scared. And we're like, nah, sit down.
Yeah.
And then they get scared and run off.
But like, share, follow. Tell your mammy about us, and we will catch you soon. Ho.